Oh my God, that cousin is very, very, very weird. Like, has to be illegal because what? Yeah, she really was rude. She was weird and messy as all hell. Another story about this cousin. Around that time that this was happening, her mother was sick with cancer and she ended up passing away. I did not attend the funeral because I was 12 and I didn't want to see my aunt like that. I didn't want to remember her like that. I didn't want to see her in a casket. This was my great aunt, by the way. So she was, it was my grandmother's sister's daughter. Okay. That's the relation. That cousin was upset with me because I didn't go to the funeral. And she told me, she was like, I'm mad at you because you didn't come to my mom's funeral. And I felt extremely guilty because I chose to go to school and go on a field trip and be in a happy environment because I didn't want to be sad and I didn't want to be crying. Another aunt had a great aunt had passed away like maybe a year prior to that, so I already went to that service and I just like, was gonna pass on it. So she would do messy things, like she was jealous of me and my sister, although she was much older than us. She was jealous because there's a colorism thing in some families. She was darker than us, but she, I don't know, it's like it's so hard to explain. Like, I guess, basically some people have a complex about complexion because of the way history has been treating black people, right? So she always thought like, oh, you got you're lighter with curly hair. And I was like, what? And I was like, you're pretty. You're so pretty. And I love your complexion. I love, like, she had long, gorgeous hair, thick, full hair. And she thought her hair was a different texture. Like, she didn't see herself as beautiful, but she saw us and thought we were prettier than her little cousins, whatever. So it's just like the self hate aspect. And I think that that had some things to do with how she treated me and my sister. But like when I shared that I had my first kiss, she said that she wasn't going to tell our mom. She was like, oh, it's just between us. And, she got us to open up and trust her. But she went back and told my mom everything. And my mom came to me when I was in the bathroom primping one evening, like just trying to fix my hair in different styles and, being like a young girl into trying to, primp and be cute. And she was like, so you kissed the boy? And I felt so betrayed because that's something that I had told my cousin in confidence. Yet she went behind my back and told my mom. So from that point on, I knew I couldn't trust her. And here we go, years later. Like, anyway, I think I told my mom about what she had shared with me and my sister. And I was like, well, she tells us about how she's sucking dick, basically. And after that, my mom didn't have us around her. Like, I don't know if she said something to our cousin or anybody for that matter. Did she let it go because her mom had passed away? Like, I don't know what happened with that, but I just know that we weren't around her like we were at one point. We were all closer and we used to go over there all the time. But fast forward years later when I'm an adult and I was on Facebook, she had friended me. And I was hesitant, skeptical about like accepting her friend request, but it was like, all right, whatever. So many years have passed. Like, I'll be friends with her. Um, I had did a post. My grandmother was making fun of my aunt, and it was really funny. Well, I found it funny. Everybody that was there, that was kind of in the background of the video, they thought it was funny, and I posted it, not thinking, much of it. But she went back and she like made a big deal of it to my aunt that was being the butt of the joke in the video, and was like, "Oh, she posted this video of your mom talking about you and blah blah blah." And then my aunt got pissed at me for posting the video. So that created some mess and drama. Like, my aunt was upset with me. She was like, "I'm very disappointed in you. Like, I can't believe that you would post that." And basically, the joke was my grandmother said that she was a prude that could ruin a good nut, if you know what I mean. So, anyway, she was mad about that. But after that, I was like, you know what? That cousin, I'm done with her. So I removed her from my friends. And I happened to see her. She came by my mom's house like when my stepdad passed away in 2020. I think she came over after that or something. And she was like, "Hey, like, I know we used to be friends on Facebook. Like, what happened? What did I do?" And I was able to tell her to her face, like, "You're messy, and I don't do with mess. Okay? I wish you well." She tried to, get my information and stuff, but when you learn your lesson, you got to get it the first time. And then the second time, you give somebody else, you give them a chance again. Sometimes people aren't deserving of a second chance. You're right. Very weird, weirdo behavior.